Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Beko DVN05C20W freestanding dishwasher. And what I want to do today is to show you around the dishwasher, some of the features and benefits that it offers. But really, just before I start, all I'd normally say is please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick thumbs up. What I do is I normally talk about things like household appliances, especially things like this, cordless vacuums, which I do specialise in. So just give us a quick subscribe and then we'll carry on. So before you consider buying any dishwasher, not just the Beko dishwasher, what you need to do is you need to make sure it's going to fit in. So just to show you the measurements on it first. So it is just under 60 centimetres or 23.5 inches as far as the width. The depth, so front to back, if you just measure in the top, then that is 60 centimetres or again 23.5 inches. Or if you are taking into account say the minimum install depth, because you need to allow a little bit of space, then I'd normally allow around say 62 centimetres. So you're looking around 24.5 inches approximately as far as the depth. And the height on these, they do tend to be pretty standard at 85 centimetres or around 33.5 inches. So as far as using the dishwasher, it is very easy to use. First of all, you've got the display on the right hand side here and the control dial just to the left of it. And as you can see, you've got a nice easy grip handle in the middle, so that when you open the door, it's got easy access to the top basket first of all. And in here, it is quite a simple layout. All of these are static. In some dishwashers you can fold these down in the top, but in this particular Beko dishwasher then they are all static. You have got these on the right hand side here, and these are mainly designed for either things like little espresso cups or bread knives. That can be a really useful tool for that. But what I do really like about this is that you can fold these back if you're not going to use them. Some dishwashers, and I will point this out, that some dishwashers are fairly static where they are there, and they're a bit more difficult, especially if you've got big items under here. So if you've got big cups or glasses, then that can be quite annoying. So at least you've got the option to just fold those back and then you can push the top basket in there. And as far as the bottom basket, again, that's easy to pull out. At the bottom here you have actually got some options here to fold down these bottom racks, and all you do is you just push those. So the main advantage is if you have got say a large saucepan or pan or anything that's really big with that you want to fold these down, then it just gives you the flexibility. The main advantage of this, and the reason I point these out, is if you go and try and put something like a saucepan on here, then it can raise it up, so it can actually bang on this underneath the top basket. And what you'll find, at least having this flexibility, and it can mean that over time that these don't bend as well, because I know we have had a previous dishwasher at home where it didn't have the fold down racks, and what it will do is if you try and put a pan in it, especially if you try and push it down, then it can either wear the plastic coating off, or over time it can bend them. So that's a really good option. And then when you want to push them up, you just do that. So nice and easy to do. You've got the standard cutlery basket in here. So with this you've got a couple of options. You can either fold them over like that, or you can just fold them back. Personally, I know ideally, in an ideal world, you should put the cutlery in here, so you should space everything out, and what that will mean is that the cleaning performance will be better doing it that way. I must say I'm not a huge fan of these, because once you've used it once or twice, then it can be quite a pain to put everything in individually. When it comes to emptying it, things get stuck in there. So I'll be completely honest and say that I tend to have them switched back, so I do find I can get more in there as well. But anyway, it's a really well designed basket. You've got the strong handle on top here. You're not limited to it just going there. If you wanted it to move to another side or go towards the back, then you can do, because you've actually got the slots in the bottom of the basket. So that's something else that's really good. And if I just take this out, just pop that to one side for a moment, I can show you the filter at the back here. So you've actually got a couple of filters. So the first one is this, so you just take that out, that's the grease filter. It is a little bit wet because what they do is they test these in the factory before they leave. So you've also got another filter just inside there, so it just helps to keep everything clean. So if you get any food residue on the top there or anywhere here, then just give it a rinse out. I always recommend to do this probably every week or every couple of weeks. I know some people don't, and what that can do is that can have a big effect on the performance of the dishwasher. Some people ring up and they wonder why the dishwasher isn't working and they've never cleaned or maintained this part at all. So that's something that's very important to do. And then that just drops back in there, you twist it and then that locks into place. On the left hand side there, you might not be able to see that, but you've got the salt. That's where you fill it with the dishwasher salt. And then just at the front here, this is where you put the tablet or the little gel pouch, depending on which one you use. So once you put it in there, then you just click that into place, and then part way through the wash, then that will open on its own. And then you've got the rinse aid. So I'd always recommend to use rinse aid and the salt. Put those both in the dishwasher. It doesn't matter whether it's a Beko dishwasher. In any dishwasher, I always recommend to use good quality rinse aid and salt. There are some 3-in-1 or 4-in-1 tablets available, which some people go for, and they don't bother to fill up the salt and rinse aid. You will find that as a short-term solution that is okay, but really long-term, for the actual wash performance, then you're much better to use the individual salt and rinse aid. You do get a couple of accessories with it. So the first one is this. This is a cheeky little funnel, and that'll just help you fill up the salt. What you want to try and do is you don't want to spill it. So when you're filling up the salt, because it's towards the back of the dishwasher, sometimes it can be a little bit awkward to get to. So what Beko have done is they've provided us with this funnel just to help you get it in there without spilling any. Normally you do get a couple of tablets as well. They partner up with Finish, and this is one brand that we do recommend. So now you show the program and the display on here. So first of all, as I mentioned earlier, this is the program control. So what you need to do is when you want to select a program, just turn it. You can turn it both ways. You're not just limited to one way. And what it will do, then it will just give you an indication as to what you need to do. So at the moment, this is telling us we need to fill up the salt and the rinse aid. Clearly this is a brand new machine in our showroom, so we've not put those in yet. But normally once you've got that, then those indicators will go out. Actually around the programs themselves, then you have got quite a few different options. So just go around the programs. So the first one, the Eco 50, which is the one we've got selected. If you're not in a hurry and if you want to have an energy efficient wash, then that's really the one to use. So the duration of that one is around 205 minutes, so it's well over 3 hours long. But with that one, it uses around 12.9 litres of water, and it's only 0.92 of a kilowatt hour, so it's very energy efficient for the whole of the wash. The next one, as you come round, is the intensive 70 degree. Now that one is a good one if you've done, say, a Sunday roast and you've got some very greasy pots and pans, then that would be the main one to use. The duration of the wash is slightly quicker. It's 120 minutes, so it's around 2 hours. That one does use quite a bit more water, so it's around 17.5 litres compared to 12.5 for the Eco 50, sorry, 12.9 for that one. So you will find it does use quite a bit more water, and of course the electricity on that one is around 1.65 kilowatt hours. So although you've got the higher temperature, but there is always a trade-off, so it will cost you more to run. This is quite a good program. This is the Clean and Shine. This is a really good one for, I suppose, for daily washing. They class it as normally soiled items. So again, it's around 2 hours for the duration, 16.2 litres of water. So it's not quite as energy efficient as the Eco 50. And then you go around to you've got the other options here. This is the Mini 35. That's just a quicker program, so that's a 35 degree wash. I mean, what Beko do is they say it's suitable for lightly soiled daily dishes that are scraped or pre-cleaned. That's what Beko put in their instructions. It's for low degree of soiling, and it's around half an hour for that wash. So if you've got things in there that you've already rinsed them, I think there are two camps of people. Some people don't wash anything, they just put it in the dishwasher and they rely on the dishwasher to do all the cleaning. Lots of other people, myself included, just like to just scrape the food off, perhaps give it a quick rinse, just to get the worst off. I think for a lot of people it depends how often you put the dishwasher on. If you're a single person on your own, where it might be going on every, say, 2 or 3 days, then I think scraping the food off and giving it a quick rinse is probably a bit more important. If you're like us, where you've got a family of 4 or even more people, then our dishwasher goes on basically every day. So with that, as I say, it's a quick program. It's not the sort of program to be used all the time. I think some people will end up just using the dishwasher on that program, but personally I'd recommend trying to come around and use some of these programs, especially washing at the higher temperature. Then the performance of the wash should be better. And then the last program is the Quick and Shine 60 degrees, and what Beko claim is that's for daily washing. It's a daily washing program for normally soiled dishes in the fastest way. So it's a compromise between a high temperature and a quick wash. And basically with that, so you're washing as it shows, you're washing at 60 degrees, but that washes in around 58 minutes. So to do a full wash in under an hour is really good. And for that wash, it's only using around 11.8 litres of water. So it's a very energy efficient wash as well. But what you'll find is that so in a nutshell, if you're not in a hurry, then I'd try and use that program, the Eco 50, and that's a more energy efficient wash, but it will take over 3 hours. If you've done a Sunday roast, and if you need to give the pots and pans a really good clean, then use that program. For a very, I suppose, a smaller, really quick wash at 35 degrees, then that's a good one. And then for an everyday wash, if you are in a hurry, then you've got the 60 degree wash in 58 minutes. So a good range of programs on there. And then what you'll find as you come across the right hand side, you've got different options. You've got the half load option, so if you just select one of the main programs. So you've got the half load option, and again that can save time during the wash. You have also got this button at the bottom here, so if you press and hold that, and what Beko claim, and that's something called a tablet function. And what Beko claim is that if you're going to use some of the, say, 2-in-1, 3-in-1, 4-in-1 tablets, then that can help with the drying of it. As I mentioned earlier, I still recommend using the separate salt and rinse aid. So personally, I probably wouldn't use that. But to take it off, then you just press and hold it for 3 seconds. And then to the right of that, you've got the time delay option. So you can actually delay the start of the dishwasher by either 3, 6 or 9 hours. So if you've got things like time delay, or if you just want to delay the start of the dishwasher, then that's a very good option. Just take that off a moment. The other option on the same button is the child lock. So if you press and hold that for 3 seconds, then you have a little padlock symbol come up, and that just stops little fingers coming and moving the dial. Well, it doesn't physically stop them moving it, but what it will do is if it's washing and then somebody comes along and changes the program, then it will just carry on washing. And then to take that off, all you do is you just press and hold that button for 3 seconds, and then it takes it off. And to start the program, you just press that, and you can also pause it as well if you want to. So you don't have a display to show you how long the program is. That's why I went through some of the washing times earlier. But just on the right hand side here, there is a progress indicator. I know you might not be able to see it. I'm not quite sure how clear it would be through the camera. But you've got 3, I suppose, little lights that will light up during the wash. So you've got it washing, the drying, and then when it's finished. So at least you've got an indicator as to where it is in the program. So I'll just show you the energy label on this. Now, first of all, this is quite a new energy labeling system. It only came out March 2021. So what you'll find is that a lot of dishwashers are in this kind of area. So it's quite rare to find something that's especially into the A or B. So although it's an E rating, then actually the consumption on this is actually pretty good anyway. What it also shows you, I'll just show you, so it's a 13 place setting dishwasher. I've already showed you inside as to the layout and everything. It does show you that for the longest program, for the eco program, it was 3 hours 25, and that it's 12.9 litres of water. This is the kind of thing that the manufacturers have to display now, and it also shows you that it's a C rating for the noise level. Now, I did mention earlier that this is the 60 centimetre model. There is also a 45 centimetre model, so if you are limited for the space that you've got, then there is also another model which is the DVS05C20, and basically the functionality is pretty much the same as this. But if you are thinking of buying one of these models, then I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. I hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Beko DVN05C20W dishwasher. Please give us a thumbs up on the YouTube channel, leave any comments below. I always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad, about the video itself. Also, if you have got any questions on the dishwasher or any Beko dishwashers, then just pop in the comments and I'll get back to you. Also, if you have got a Beko dishwasher or a model like this, then let me know what you think, because I always appreciate the feedback. Thanks for watching.